I killed Nathan Hale. I had no choice. He was becoming one of them. He could have stopped me, but I think he wanted to die. At least that's what I keep telling myself.
Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to the second section of Chapter 19 in my Resistance 3 Superhuman difficulty video walkthrough. And we're still in the midst of Sabotage, so I'll run over here, get on the elevator and ride this up, and we're going to be flying solo for a little bit now, and this is actually one of the more legitimately challenging areas of the game, and I really did not think it was going to be. So much so that I was kind of like, how the hell did I do this on difficult? Because I'm getting my ass handed to me. And it turns out I was just approaching the situation wrong. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be a bunch of those security drones that bring reinforcements and buff people up with shields. And I think there's about 4 or 5 of them. And if you can kill them all before they set anything off, nothing will have a shield, and then you can take all the Chimera down in your own time. But unfortunately, I fuck it up. And this is the area, because you'll see now, I kill this drone, and then when I drop down, I kill it again. And the reason for it is the checkpoint is in this room, so I couldn't get it to line up. So this guy is already dead. If you're wondering why there wasn't 2 for you, it's because it's an edit, it's a cut, I did die. So if you hide over by this door, you can wait for them to come into the room, and because they're silly bastards, you can blow them up very easily. One really good strategy against anything that's a robotic in this game is to throw your EMP at them. If there's a group of the electricity robots who I absolutely fucking hate because they take so much more damage on this game than they did on Resistance 2, you can hit them with the EMP grenade and it does kill them. So this room down here is filled with enemies, as you can see, but the atomizer has a lovely stun/kill effect. And you do have to be quite close with it, but anything comes close to you and it's dead. And that area where I just threw the grenade, the enemies are going to queue up there because it's another one of those scripted areas where they run to it and they're not too sure what to do unless they've got a direct line of sight with you. So right there, that is an ambitious range for this gun. That is the goddamn electricity dudes, which I should probably just throw an EMP grenade, but I think when I was recording the guide I didn't realise you could do it, and I didn't realise how effective it was. But that's another open window, you will take damage from it, be aware of it. And there is a lot of enemies here, I'm not even going to kid. There is a bunch of Chimera, there is a bunch of the droids, there's a Ravager or 2, and you've just got to make sure they don't overwhelm you, because look at the numbers, there is a hell of a lot of them, and 1 Chimera on Superhuman can kill you, let alone if there's 10 in a room all shooting you. So I like to utilise this room here on the left because there's a bunch of doors and the Chimera seem to have a hell of a lot of trouble getting in the doors sometimes. Other times they'll get through like champions, like people with opposable thumbs, but sometimes you get lucky and the AI can't quite figure out what it wants to do, so it'll just run around being aggressive in the room, and you can use this vantage point to just pick them off. And that is 2 augers, not Ravagers, my bad, 2 augers. So this is where you're thinking, shit, this could go real bad, but luckily enough, I fire out the gravity well. I do believe it stuns and kills the augers, so they don't last very long. And I can't even see what I'm hitting there, but I'm shooting from... I love this gun is so crazy. And you can see the auger now, he's just seen me, I should be able to... Oh, I've put the wildfire on by accident. That's another thing I hate about the weapon wheel, I always put the wrong gun on. But there's the AMP grenade to take down the auger's shield, and I should finish him off with the revolver. He's still kicking though, because he takes a damn beating, but there he goes, he burst like a spot. And anybody else? Yeah, the main problem with these kind of areas is they're very large, they're very long, and they're kind of like wars of attrition against the Chimera. And on Resistance 2, these bits were a piece of cake because you could just regenerate your life, and you had the easiest of times if you could play like a bastard and kill people. On this game, you can't do it because your life just doesn't come back. And unless you actively strive to get more life, you will have low life, and low life on this game is a suicide waiting to happen. It's very dangerous. But I wouldn't let that put you off because there is a hell of a lot of life knocking around. On this section, go straight forward and climb the ladder. I completely blanked on it for some reason and ended up walking through this vent and going back into the room like a silly bastard. But there is a lot of life on this game. There is... You can't say it's unbalanced, you can't say it's unfair, because it isn't. They've given you enough to get by. It's nowhere near as plentiful as it is on the other difficulties, because you're literally getting rained on with it, but it's the hardest difficulty. What do you expect? You've come to this challenge to get exactly that, and if you've ever been an advocate for trophies should be worth something, or trophies should actually be a, the gaming CV or dictator player's skill, then beating a game on its hardest challenge should be a badge of honour for you. It should be a proud trophy to own, in my opinion. But I'm eventually going to find my way, don't you worry, it'll just take me a couple minutes. And I had another bad sleep last night. I just could not fucking drop off. When I laid down, my mind was just rushing at 1,000 miles per hour, and I was kind of pissed off because I'd set another video to upload, and it had failed, and I'd been sat watching it upload for 2 hours, and it still fucking failed, and it just pissed me off to high heaven. And it was like 6:30 in the morning, and I still couldn't drop off. It was absolutely awful. So, as sleep deprived as I am, I'm conscious, and I'm probably going to play some more Resistance 2 today because it's a super fun game. And I can upload and play online with it because it's dedicated servers, which is something I've never really been able to do. Because if you play zombies on my connection while you're uploading, you are on a 1 bar and you might as well be fucking Nightcrawler because you're teleporting everywhere. It's awful. But anyhow, back to the game. These vents here, you can get shot through them, but they are a fantastic vantage point to take out all the shield drones. One cool thing about these drones is they will come for you, they will come into the vent and they give you a lovely vantage point to take them out. That is one of the electricity guys. He'll come in as well, but he's not quite as welcome. So get rid of him as quick as possible. There is a handful of them, and I just don't like those enemies at all. So a little strategy for the carbine on this game, because it's nowhere near as accurate as it used to be. If you just tap the trigger like you would on Call of Duty because of the recoil, it will get rid of a lot of the kick, and you will be able to place a lot of shots to the face and conserve ammunition. And I just got this gun to level 3 the other day when I was playing, and it looks weird as hell. It kind of looks like an M14, because it's got that weird curved spine that they put on top of it, that like vent. And I have no idea what it does, but I'm super old-fashioned when it comes to the Folsom carbine. I love it looking like this. I like it just standard. And when it adds the bayonet and it starts looking like a fucking transformer, I was nowhere near as impressed with it. Because the bullseye hardly changes. The bullseye just gets a couple extra lights and looks like something you put on a Christmas tree, but the carbine changes like a bitch. This room as well. This room will be as full as you let it be. If you haven't sniped the enemies like I did, there'll still be some knocking about, but don't be fooled when you move towards the catwalks and you move into the little conduits in the different areas of the rooms. There's going to be enemies. There's going to be a ton of them. So you need to be really careful on this section because I'm not too sure how good the checkpoints are. They're a bit of a pain in the ass. I also mentioned on another video that you can freeze the Ravagers with the cryo gun. And I've tried to do it on easy, and it's not the best strategy, so I definitely would not. I would not prioritise trying to freeze them on Superhuman because they'll probably just backhand you like a bad wife. But there's a few going to spawn up on there. That's where you need to be going, where those Chimera were. If you move along the catwalks, there's a lovely little winding path. But first, we have a Ravager. So how am I going to take him out? I'm going to use the auger, the tried and tested auger. And watch this. I've put this piece of cover between me and him, and for whatever reason, he hasn't a damn clue what I've done, where I've gone, or how to combat it. And he just stands there teching it. Oh, dude's a champion. And to my right there, obviously on the catwalks, there's another 2 Chimera. One of them is... oh, there's a couple of the long legs. You should always prioritise them because they are packing sniper rifles, so they are the most dangerous. That one looks like it's coming. It is. It's coming for me. So, he has no idea where I am, which I kind of feel sorry for him. But after a couple of bullseye shots, he's not even existing anymore, so I don't have to feel any sympathy whatsoever. And you can go up and you can finish these guys off because they're only normal Chimera. Your auger's going to be plentifully equipped throughout this level because there is a lot of augers to kill. So, and the final area / final boss encounter is a fight you've done before. So if you never use the auger for it, you don't have to use the auger now. It's definitely useful, but I don't think I actually used it on this run through, and I managed to get the last boss killed on the first attempt, which was nice because I got my ass handed to me on difficult. But as you move into this room, it's going to be another similar affair. There's going to be those luminous gaps in the metal, which are windows, and you can get shot from them. And in this room, there's going to be a bunch of the long leg snipers, but if you've shot them through the wall like I did, there will be a hell of a lot less. And just move on to the catwalk, just be aware of your surroundings, be aware of anybody trying to get behind you or trying to get any cheap shots off on you. And yeah, use the mutator. I didn't use it all that often, but it is fantastic. It is literally the secondary function. If you fire that near a bunch of Chimera, they will die. If you charge it up and you fire it they will die. It's a fantastic gun. I mean, look at it. It's just killed both of those long legs, and they can take a bit of a beating when they want to. The only real problem with the mutator is the ammo isn't so much rare as you don't realise you're picking it up sometimes unless you pay a lot of attention, because not a lot of the enemies use it. In fact, none of the enemies use it. It's literally on the shelves and on the weapon racks. What the hell just hit me then? That must be splash damage from that rocket launch that guy's got. Be careful here, because he is a one-man army douchebag. He will spam his rocket. But he dies very quickly, and if you push on forward here, you will come to the end of the second section to Sabotage. And the final section is another interesting one. And then it's the last level of the game, so you've pretty much got that brutal trophy in the bag. There are a couple of difficult situations that you're going to be facing, but this guide should get you through them with flying colours and no troubles whatsoever. So just keep pushing forward, keep moving on, keep packing ammo, and you're going to meet up with Elvis, and I'll see you in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys, and you take care now.